There's a message that's quietly passed down, especially in under-resourced communities. If you want to be somebody, you've got to leave. Leave your city, leave your roots, leave your people. For a long time, success has been linked to distance. The further someone gets away from home, the more legitimate their progress appears. But what if that narrative is flawed? What if the greatest impact that someone can have is not after they leave, but because they stayed? In cities like Birmingham, Alabama, where history runs deep and resilience runs deeper, there's often tension between legacy and opportunity. Many grow up hearing that if they stay, they'll settle. That dreams can't stretch wide enough in a place so often overlooked. But here's the truth. You don't have to change your zip code to change lives. Take me, for example. In 2014, when I graduated from Jacksonville State University, so many people told me that you can't go back to Birmingham. Your dreams are way too big for a place so small. You need to be in Dallas. You need to be in LA. You need to be in Atlanta. And I'm not going to lie, it discouraged me. It made me feel like that I wouldn't be successful. But now I know that the most powerful stage is a sidewalk outside a family-owned restaurant where I'll hit record on my phone and say, this right here, busting. 10 out of 10, black-owned. No script, no production team, just presence, just purpose. And that small act, another ripple. For many, the road to purpose isn't paved with applause. It's shaped in silence, in survival, in stories that rarely make headlines. I'm going to put y'all in my business a little bit. Some of us didn't know we were poor until the lights got cut off. Repeatedly. Some of us come from large families that didn't grow up together. Love wasn't always spoken. Survival was. But in those spaces, a quiet vow forms. Fame isn't the goal. Peace is. But peace can be hard to find when instability feels normal. It's hard to dream when a day is about just making it to the next one. But guess what? Still, even in hard soil, something can grow. There's a certain brilliance that develops when someone learns to make something out of nothing, to take pain and turn it into passion, to take storytelling and turn it into brilliance. But here's the truth. Progress and struggle often walk hand in hand. Sometimes just as things start to bloom, hardship hits. For me, a platform may rise in one area while another part of life crumbles. Financial struggles arrive just as opportunities increase. I know y'all know. That's not a coincidence. It's a test. And that test shows us that success doesn't silence doubt. A platform doesn't promise peace. And even in that moment, it shows us that no one is exempt from the work of staying grounded. Every city has a stereotype. For Birmingham, it's one of pain, protest, and the past. But here's what's missed. We're not just preserving history, we're creating it. This is a city where barbers become therapists, where cookouts become community centers, and where local businesses become lifelines. And when people say to me, you make Birmingham look like a different place, it speaks something deeper. Because they're not just seeing the city differently, they're seeing possibility differently. That's what happens when someone chooses to stay. Communities grow. Voices amplify. That's not accidental. That's what happens when someone stops trying to make it out and start pouring in. There's a certain power that comes from staying rooted, from resisting the urge to escape and instead choosing to transform. Impact doesn't always look like billboards and blue checks. Sometimes it looks like consistency, like showing up, like choosing to stay. So here's the invitation. What if the platform you've been waiting on is already under your feet? What if you stop waiting for permission and start planting where you stand? You don't have to run to rise. You don't have to lead to lead. Because when people bloom where they're planted, they don't just grow. They make everything around them grow too. So let's stop chasing the world and start changing our own.